Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India needs uniform civil code as the country cannot run with dual system of separate laws for separate communities. Addressing party workers at the BJP's Mera Booth Sabse Mazboot program in Bhopal, he said that the Constitution of India also talks about equal rights of the citizens. The Prime Minister said that there should be one law for every family member in a house, likewise there should be uniform law for every citizen in the country. Mr. Modi said that people in the country are being instigated in the name of uniform civil code. He alleged that the opposition parties are playing vote bank politics. Under the Mera Booth Sabse Mazboot campaign, the Prime Minister addressed nearly 10 lakh workers from 543 Lok Sabha constituencies across the country and 64,100 booth workers in Madhya Pradesh. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari has said that the total length of the national highways in the country has increased by about 59% in the last 9 years. As a result of this expansion, India now has the second largest road network, after the US. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi, Mr. Gadkari said, the total length of national highways was around 91,000 km in 2013-14, which has increased to over 1,45,000 km in 2022-23. He also said that, in the last 9 years, the increase in 4-lane national highways rose by about 2 times. The minister said with the introduction of FASTag, there is a significant jump in the toll collection. India's current account deficit narrowed to $1.3 billion or 0.2% of the GDP in the January to March quarter of the last fiscal. According to the data released by the Reserve Bank, the decline was mainly due to moderation in trade deficit and a robust increase in services exports. However, for fiscal 2022-23, the current account balance recorded a deficit of 2% of the GDP compared to a deficit of 1.2% in 2021-22 as the trade deficit widened to $265.3 billion from $189.5 billion a year ago. RBI data has shown that net services receipts increased, both sequentially and on a year-on-year basis, on the back of a rise in net earnings from computer services. The Comptroller and Auditor General, CAG, of India will conduct a special audit into alleged administrative and financial irregularities in the reconstruction of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's official residence in Delhi's civil lines. Officials in the Lieutenant Governor's, LG's, office said, LGVK Saxena, on May 24, wrote to the Union Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, pointing out alleged irregularities in the reconstruction of the CM's official residence. MHA recommended a special CAG audit taking note of the LG's letter which flagged irregularities. The Aam Aadmi Party, AAP, has condemned the decision. The reconstruction was carried out between 2020 and 2022 when the coronavirus pandemic was raging across the country. The LG's letter was based on a report Delhi Chief Secretary Naresh Kumar submitted to him on April 27 which detailed prima facie violations of rules, guidelines and ownership in the reconstruction. The Chief Secretary prepared the factual report on the directions of the LG. A month later, the Delhi government's Vigilance Department said in a report that the renovation of Mr. Kejriwal's official residence incurred a total cost of 52.71 crore rupees. The report said, 33.49 crore rupees were spent on the construction of the house and 19.22 crore rupees on a camp office for the Chief Minister. The Enforcement Directorate, ED, has arrested R.K. Arora, the chairperson of real estate developer Supertech, from his Delhi office. He had been summoned by the central agency for the past 3 days. He was arrested late last evening in a money laundering case. Mr. Arora is also the chairperson of National Real Estate Development Council, NAREDCO, an organization of builders. The ED had initiated probe against Supertech Group of companies and others under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, PMLA, on the basis of furs registered in UP, Delhi and Haryana.